The amount of pure copium going around with Sony being third party or Sony putting games on Xbox, just like it's been one of the most entertaining things on the planet to me. Ever since Helldivers was announced for Xbox, I've been enjoying just sitting back watching people bend themselves into pretzels, trying to explain why Sony putting a PlayStation Studios game, one of their big PlayStation exclusives, putting that game on the Xbox somehow doesn't actually mean that they're third party. This job listing that went viral that explicitly said they were looking for someone to help them put games on Xbox and other platforms, that somehow doesn't mean they're third party. As someone who has always held the stance that console exclusives are anti-consumer and anti-gamer, because you should be buying your hardware based on what the hardware can give you, not what software it's being held hostage there. I just think it's hilarious the extent that people are going to in order to try and act like a studio doing something that is definitionally third party doesn't actually mean they're third party. And I mean, it all comes from the simple fact that there seems to be some stigma around being third party, but that's an entirely different conversation. I don't know why third party is a dirty term for publishers these days. Newsflash, you make more money when you sell more copies of your game, and you sell more copies of your game when more people can buy your game. Why is this difficult for you to understand? But one of the biggest copes around Helldivers 2 specifically has been people saying that this decision wasn't actually made by Sony. That yes, Sony's game is going to Xbox, and yes, this game was a big exclusive and now it's going to the rival console, but that doesn't actually mean it's third party because it wasn't actually Sony's call to do so. That's been the narrative floating around, that this was either provoked by Arrowhead, the developers, that they somehow used their sales strength to strong-arm Sony into letting the game go to Xbox somehow. That's theory number one. Theory number two is that Xbox approached Sony with an offer to get the game on Xbox, as if that's all Xbox ever had to do, was just ask for it? Several question marks? I'm pretty sure these theories started with Reforged Gaming, who said a while back that his super cool inside source told him that that was what was happening. If you don't believe me, here's the clip.
So somebody, again, that I trust who has given me very reliable information in the past, basically said this was initiated by Xbox, and they negotiated this. Now, that's important, because what that means is this did not come from some initiation from PlayStation side of things, where they were like, hey, we want to really change our strategy, let's reach out to Xbox. So, if Xbox is the one that started the conversation, then you have to ask the question, well, how would they convince PlayStation to do this?
And why am I giving you all this context? Well, because it was revealed the other day that literally none of that was true, and as it turns out, the idea to bring Helldivers 2 to Xbox originated from PlayStation themselves. Over in the Helldivers 2 Discord, somebody was thanking the developers for bringing the game to Xbox, to which the Arrowhead CEO responded, quote, "It was all PlayStation. Send them your thanks. We are in support of it, of course." So there you have it. There was no strong-arming of Arrowhead to Sony. There was no Xbox making some secret deal behind the scenes, which I think is my favorite theory. People saying like, oh, the Xbox is getting Helldivers 2 because Xbox made a deal. As if it was always that easy for Microsoft to get PlayStation games. All they had to do was write a check and they would get it. Oh man, why didn't we think of that before? I can't believe they never tried that before Helldivers. Like, you guys will believe fucking anything. But there it is, straight from the developer's mouth. This was PlayStation's idea. PlayStation management was the one who said Helldivers 2 should go to Xbox. And I'm not sure why anybody ever thought otherwise. It's PlayStation's IP. It's PlayStation's game. Of course it was their call to put the game on another platform. But would you believe there's now a whole bunch of copium going around that this somehow isn't actually true? No, I'm serious. The CEO of the developer is literally telling you what happened, and people are still arguing about what happened. And those who aren't arguing about what happened are having fucking meltdowns over the implications of what the CEO said happened. Because if Sony is the one that pushed this, that means they truly, openly, and explicitly don't give a fuck about console exclusivity anymore. At least not to the extent that you people do. So let's just read some of my favorite fucking responses to this. this has been one of my favorite ongoing meltdowns we've had in a while. Like, Helldivers 2 truly is the gift that just keeps on giving for Salt channels. I made like 20 videos about Helldivers 2 before this port was even announced. I made videos about how the PC version was outselling the PlayStation version and PlayStation dudes were mad about that. I made videos about how the PC guys pushed back against the PSN requirements on the PC version, and the PlayStation dudes were mad about that too somehow. Like, Helldivers really is just the content gift that keeps giving for channels like mine. I'm so here for it. So we'll start here, because I did a funny little quote tweet where I just quote tweeted the news from Windows Central with this funny little picture of a kid that kind of looks like how I looked when I was a kid, drinking a little drink with a smug little look on his face, because, you know, how are any of you surprised by this news? I got a response from Tony Hater, who says, "You guys are so petty, it's a fucking game, go outside." Which is funny, because you always see PlayStation dudes yelling about absolutely everything, and then I just make a funny little jab about the fact that you guys are mad about everything, and suddenly I'm the petty one. And in case you don't believe me that Tony Hater is indeed a PlayStation dude, I clicked on his profile, and bro's been retweeting that generic Eric. Like, I don't want to hear from a that generic Eric retweeter that I'm the petty one for noticing that something happened. Ultra 80s Retro Kid says, "Don't matter what and how PlayStation helping you, but you will always be dead last. PlayStation can't fix that. Laughing, crying, laughing, crying, laughing, crying." And then a screenshot of his own tweet, because someone doesn't know how to quote tweet their own posts. But I mean, today I learned I'm an Xbox guy, even though I'm not. Bon Baka responds to him. It's, gosh, dude, I don't know why you did this, but I'm so glad you did. Says, "I don't mind that as long as everyone can play a game they're excited about." Ultra 80 says, "Don't mind port begging. I never begged for Gears once and I'm still getting it. Laughing, crying, laughing, crying, laughing, crying." Which is just a great attitude, you know. Like, hey, this game's really good. I'm glad more people get to play it. Not only apparently is that port begging, but also Gears going to PlayStation, which is also good. That's a point of it's like both of these things are good. Why is one of them a point of comedy and the other one isn't? And how do you see yourself as the bigger person here? Von Baka responds says, "I don't port beg since most games do come to PC. I just like seeing more games on more platform. Like you just said, you didn't ask for Gears, yet you're getting it. Isn't that a good thing for everyone?" Ultra says, "Right, you PC bottom feeders port beg for PlayStation games, laughing, crying, laughing, crying, laughing, crying." How did you know that we were port begging though, you know? You just said that you didn't ask for Gears and you were getting it. Like, how do you know other people were but anyways. Bond says, "We never asked for those games. Sony decided a while ago to port them to make money, which is good since it means they should have more funding to make more games. Isn't that a good thing for everyone?" Ultra says, "Dude, you all beg for these games. I never forget you thought PlayStation was being greedy, keeping their games on other platforms, and PlayStation CEO was dumb enough to fall for that is guilt trip." Wait, So because someone somewhere said that PlayStation is greedy for keeping games on their own platform, that means everyone begs for all of the games, and also the PlayStation CEO was guilt tripped. Couple things here. We're now conflating literally everyone with someone somewhere that you heard, but also we're just supposed to believe that no one on your side of the fence ever does the exact same thing. No one on PlayStation has ever asked for Gears of War anywhere. That's never happened at all. And also, if the PlayStation CEO gave in to demands for the game on other platform, why does that mean that what you call port begging is a point of mockery? Like, really think about this. Enough people were expressing interest in the game that the PlayStation CEO literally changed their entire business model to accommodate for it. But that's a point of mockery. How is this any different from your side? There's demand on PlayStation for Xbox games, so they're bringing Xbox games to PlayStation. How is this any different from PlayStation games going to Xbox? Because there's demand for them. But one side was port begging and the other side wasn't, just because games exist. Like, fucking guys, go outside. Holy shit. It's just not that deep. Let's go back to the Windows Central post and look at some of the responses to that, because those were fun. Lycan Paradox quote tweets and says, "I call absolute bullshit." Which I always think is hilarious when fanboys do this. It's like, yeah, no, my super secret anonymous source told me this. And they're like, ooh, yeah, that's true. And then, you know, the fucking CEO of the development studio is like, no, actually, this is what happened. And you're like, well, I don't know about that. Like, super secret source who heard something somewhere from somebody? Yeah, no, I believe that. CEO of the company that made the game? I don't know if we can trust that guy. Michael J. Egan says, nice try, but the developers stated months ago, long before the Xbox version was announced, that they would be self-publishing their next so they can put the games wherever. That and the fact the PlayStation gamers are buying Xbox games push Sony to port games. Okay. Several things here. Yes, Arrowhead has said that their next game is going to be self-published, and part of the obvious flowchart of a self-published game is that it's not going to be exclusive, presumably. There's no reason for it to be. I'm not sure how that means that the Arrowhead CEO is just lying about this. That's number one. Number two, PlayStation gamers are buying Xbox games, and that pushed Sony to port games. Okay, how does that contradict the report? If anything, doesn't that confirm the report? PlayStation is noticing that there's a lot of money to be made from these two companies porting their games to the opposite's platform. There's a lot of money to be made there. How does that contradict the report that Sony wanted a port of the game to the opposite platform? Literally, why did you say any of this? This isn't even remotely a counter to anything. Why did you say anything at all? It's like report comes out and you're like, yeah, well, nice try. Proceeds to give 2 reasons why report is true. It's like, okay, cool. I sure am glad I have parts of my brain dedicated to reading that. That's 10 seconds of my life I won't get back. I feel so much more enlightened for having engaged with your stupid words. Game Time says, Xbox fanboys thinking this is big news, laughing, crying. Okay, petition to just delete the laughing, crying emoji from every PlayStation fanboy's phone. Xbox approached PlayStation, not Arrowhead, about bringing the game to Xbox because Sony owns the IP. Do some real reporting and try to figure out the sales split arrangement. Bet Xbox isn't getting the standard 30%. So, hang on. So, there was a theory going around that Xbox approached PlayStation. The Arrowhead CEO comes out and says, no, that's not true. And then you get mad at the fact that that was reported on, and then you say that they need to do some actual reporting, and then you just make a wild speculation about the revenue split of the game that there's no fucking possible way you could know. And you people wonder why I keep making these videos. Like, I can't believe this. There's a theory going around. Someone who would have first-hand knowledge of the situation comes out and disproves the theory, and you say not only is the theory still true over what the CEO of the fucking developer said, but also wild speculation that nobody can prove. Do some real reporting. This isn't real reporting. Also, here's a wild speculation that no one can prove. Like, what? How are you seeing yourself as the bigger person here? How do PlayStation dudes see themselves as the smart ones in these scenarios? Luigi says, F PlayStation. I hope the brand dies with all these stupid decisions. Because PlayStation gamers are such awesome and genuine gamers that they literally want companies to go under if more people get access to video games. Never change, Sony dudes. Never change. One more. Devontae says Xbox is trash and has plagued gaming for long enough. SMH, getting a Sony IP is the best thing to happen to Xbox this generation. The best game on Xbox will be a Sony IP. Gaming will be in a better place when that cancer of a company finally becomes irrelevant. Because Sony dudes are such awesome, genuine gamers that they think competition of any kind is literal cancer that should be deleted from the industry. Sony dudes are such awesome, genuine gamers who super care about the state of the gaming industry and what's best for the gaming industry. Man, they love it so much that they openly call for monopolies. All because a game with their favorite logo on it is going onto a platform that they don't personally like all that much for reasons they'll never actually explain. I just want to see the trophy list of this guy. You know what I mean? Like, just drop your PSN, please. I am begging you to drop your PSN. I want to see it. I want to see your trophy list. Oh, my goodness. Look, we don't know what's going to happen next, you know? We don't know what games are going where. We don't know if or when any other Sony IP are going to go to a different platform. It seems like they are. I seriously doubt that Helldivers 2 is where it ends, because that really doesn't make sense, especially if they're spending 6 figures on someone whose whole job it's going to be is to do stuff like this. But my God, if you like these games, why do you care so much? If you like games like Helldivers 2, shouldn't you want more people to play it? If you want what's best for gamers and what's best for a pro-consumer industry, shouldn't you want exclusives to go away? Because when exclusives go away, that means these platforms have to stand on their own 2 feet as platforms, as hardware hardware. And if they can't hold games hostage anymore, that means they have to get better as hardware and as gaming ecosystems, which is objectively a good thing for everyone. Literally all that's changing is people won't have to spend hundreds of dollars on hardware they don't want in order to play a game they may have been interested in. And companies like Sony are now going to be making money off of people that they wouldn't have been making money off of prior. And they can use that money, presumably, to make more games, which I thought was what you wanted, because you like their games, right? My gosh, it just makes no sense to me. It makes no difference to me. You thought I was gonna do something different, and then I just threw a fucking Sum 41 quote at you. Lol, this is what earns me the lots of subscribers. Geez, that sucked. Okay, Doofus Club time now, I guess. Fqua Paula, Showbiz, NCNA, Chris Void, Vast Dennis, Joe, I can't find the jet ski in the moat, please help, Gaming with Dead People, Biscuit 1101, Vendetta, Autry, Max Killer, VC Gaming, Stella Rot, Muskie, Kyle Ward 789, and Omega Big Fudge, Devastator 2000, Dirk Hardbeck, One Man Savage, I beat you with the fucking pistol grip, Wings of Redemption, Klepto Penguin, the Judge 06, Mole Theme, the Beast Sims, Evan Code, Really Zerd, Oracle, Return of the King, Rise Upside Down, Pedro Pascal's Left Hand, Nate, Blast 1314, Jimmy Chops, I married a PC gamer, apologize to your wife, Joe, Michael Musial, Master Killer, Firestorm 2056, Demetrius Papagiorno, Tom Schnorlaxon, Bublick, Bubic Putter, Unknown 1867-18, Kevdog 1992, Zombie Killer 272, oh my god! Official Dregs, Monica, Erica, Rita, Tina, Sandra, Mary, Jessica's Lover, Bear Brain, Epion 504, Grimsy, Ed Shadow Bear 1789. This one's just blank. And there's not even a, see look, there's not even a link here. It's just blank. Kishkorn, Unicorn Rocker, Unicorn Rocker, Bender Fondue, Joe, help step, Joe, I'm stuck in the moat. Oh, it's a porn joke. Help, Step Joe. I'm stuck in the moat. I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man. Wings, T-Train, Risinger, Sensen Kage, and Envola. I lied. I didn't forget to change my name. Partial Main 8, Volksato, Codman 4372WX. I need a stupid name for Joe to real out for everyone to see. Gold Pyrac, Alderatha 1. Shitty Titties, I ram my wood in your biddies. Doug Nixie Smile. Snake Eyes 227. I changed my name back to Gamer Word 7372. I almost said 73. That's wrong. MK2396. Ian Henthix, Machina Gamma, Elite, Fire Hazard 105, Rasp the Wolf. Okay, Toodles Tech Gaming, Jungle Zone, Slim Jim, Collective Stick Up Bum, Joe Trap Me in the Moat, hashtag ban JTech TV, Gay Local Adult with Autism, VC Gamer, Purple Rock for the Rat King, Jessica Shepard, Ricky Spell, Ricky Dabby. We need to sign a petition for a second moat. It needs company. Crewman the Steel Angel. I will find JTech and live in his walls until his PS5 dies. Sergeant Jason Bond, Baron Von Vaderham, Cyrus 6771. Don't call me Doofus. It hurts my feelings. 26940. You haven't helped him out of the moat, and you are laughing. Joe Creed Warrior 23, Max the Chev, Simply the Chap, Totally Insane. Black Cobra, the Anwa Slayer, Night of Cypher, ML04, Ion 6 copies of Click 2006 on Blu-ray, Wolf of Midnight Stick Raider, Pig Venus, Steve Win Studios, Film Crack, and Own Gaming, Treat, Brown Thornscape, Maganek, Severin, Evans, Mr. Ponyo 3, Zacalina, for Wymax, Pow Pow, Itonal, Donnie Weston, Nick Donegan, Draws Max on Twitch, Come Hang All, Gob Gonson, Rogue Winter 919, Bobby Hinner, Kitty Kitten Fanning, Hangman for Hire, Eldon Novel, Frost Crystal, Biogenesis, Ian Action, Floppy Pinkus 97, Mega Q, Scruffy Skull, Ghost, Ho, Ryusagi, Vast Grow, After Tim, The Ominous Steph 94, Blue Hook, Filmotip, Ban JTech TV, Jody Breeze, Smitty, Rogue Man Jensen, Mick Advertisement, Diego Garcia, JJ Jesse, Make It Begins, I American Idiot, Harmon Smith, Other Chin, Oh No, It's Justin, Randui, Toonie Wayne, Extreme Wolf 7, Joey Scoops, Negative Creep, Joe Taku, Poop P, Bang, Cat Chicken Sucker Mom, Banger 182, Wannabe Hobo, Jidge, West Build 3 Chart, Rob C, Veg, Groove of Nana, Curtin Allen's back, Scrum Master, Jet Ski. It's actually Jote-ski. Oh my goodness, I love doing that one. That one's fun. I like reading that one. That one's a fun way to end things. I like that one's at the end, because then I just get to drive off the screen. Okay, toodles.